Hi there, a slightly different scene here. I'm with family down in sunny old Devon. I say it's sunny, beautiful grey day, clouds rolling across the sky. Got my surf ski kayak out there, so I plan on using that probably tomorrow. And we've got some palm trees, so you know it's got to be sunny down here sometime. Anyway, let's get into it, and here we go. I will share screen, and I'll just go through the sales particulars, and then we'll get into the real meat of this, which is the viewer stuff. Overall, this is a property that looks like it's fairly well built from the 1930s or 40s. I'm erring towards early 40s on this. And it is in reasonable decorative order, but I don't think it's had any real attention for probably 30 years. So it needs a relatively comprehensive cleanup. Now, obviously, you've got the kitchen here and the slates, and this room's been done. But if I look at the living room, I'm not so sure, and bedrooms, not so sure. But let's get into it, because the estate agency pictures don't really tell the whole story, as you can obviously see. What I'll do is go through the pictures and zoom into anything of interest here. The wall looks okay. It looks like it's got white lined paper on that, although it's difficult to see. Some cracking here, which is interesting. And you've got something here as well, which I'm not so sure about. This is probably the original ceiling, and it's possible that it was early plasterboard. And you can see some quite heavy cracking here. I don't think that's a major problem, but it's just a thing to note. So you could repair that obviously with some painting and decorating. As I say, parts of this house have been cleaned up, and this has obviously been repaired and painted over, or in fact, what I think they've done here is lined this wall with paper, I think. Anyway, moving on. Quite a lot of cracking in this house, I've got to say, but they're not seriously large cracks. They're just kind of there.
Yeah, I guess it didn't maintain well the properties.
Yeah, this ceiling looks like it hasn't been touched in 40 years. And here we are here. Okay, not great. Needs recarpeting. That's okay. Carpets probably need redoing throughout. This looks like it's original skirting board.
Yeah.
The doors look like they could be original. I'm not sure. Obviously, well, I say obviously, probably original flooring, and they've varnished it, which looks so-so.
Yeah, I will change. I will put carpets on the top at least.
Yeah.
That's all.
Let's have a look at the videos and see what they show. I think now, obviously a new front door. Now, if you hear loads of noise in the background, it's because my wife and daughter are showing up. So sorry, and that's the dog, Mickey. Right?
Hello, Mickey.
Okay, so it all looks okay down here. So far, this seems to me to be the kind of house that
but I like the house.
Yeah, it's all right. Roof ceiling looks reasonable here. I think some of the rooms need a bit of work. You've got lined walls.
But I don't think more than 5-6K will need for this house.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think it's particularly serious. There's nothing terribly wrong with it. It all looks okay.
And just fixing the cracks.
Quite nice setup here with the cupboard, and that looks like a reasonably modern, well, I say it's modern. That's not a modern boiler, that's a 25-year-old boiler.
So that's 3,000, yeah, that's 2,500. So yeah, it will need 7,000 maybe for renovating.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just, there are a number of things here which are out of date. Now that's quite interesting, having those little doors into the chimney. This all looks like it's okay. I don't know if that's like tilings to everyone's taste. The old ceiling here, the joint looks all right. Yeah, it's acceptable. So that's fine.
The kitchen can be as it is. You don't need to modernize.
Yeah. And let's have a look at the next video, whatever that is. And all right, so we've got the exterior here, and you've got that path leading to the other houses. It is a bit of a schlep from ground level to here, and you're not able to park your car opposite, and it's a busy road. But it is set away from the road. It's just one of the...
You can park.
Yeah, you got parking for sure, but it's just one of those busy, slow, busy roads.
Yeah, and the good part is that it's really close to the stairs. I mean, to the...
Yeah.
So you don't need to walk a lot. So that's why I said that it's okay.
It's quite an interesting property. And let's have a look at this video. This is the rear. That's interesting how this has all been completely redone here. Again, at some point, don't know when. And you'll be able to look at all these videos anyway, when you're ready. Nice enough backyard, small backyard, and small extension. But overall, it looks okay there. Now, let's have a look here, and good, I'm glad he's done this. The bricks are good on this house.
Yeah.
They're nicely done bricks. Like they're not too porous. They're a nice, steady, consistent color. Now, some people like different variations and all this, but I'm just looking for the quality of the bricks, and I think those bricks are good.
Yeah, the house looks okay. Really okay.
This is a classic kind of early Art Deco, arts and crafts design. So this sort of doorway here with the tiles in it, nice. It's very of a style, which, as I say, was 1920s. Do excuse me for drinking my soda pop. Yeah, it's nicely built, actually. This would be, in my opinion, a well-built house. Needs a bit of work, but overall, little details like the quality of the pointing is decent. And also, if you notice, the bricks are kind of shiny, and that's a good thing too, because it means they're not porous, which means then you've less likelihood of water getting in. And it does seem to be a dry house, which is more than can be said for a lot of houses we see. Yeah. And yeah, so a big period of renovation, probably in the 70s. You could see this window here, for example, it's classic kind of 70s styles.
Nick, I think you skipped the video from upstairs.
That's okay. Right, let's just deal with that then. All right, nearly there. This is this one. My computer's
the second video.
Yeah, so it's this one here, isn't it? The 383, the biggest one. Okay. And that's a nice smooth wall.
Yeah.
Cavity wall. Nice.
I don't like the windows, but they're good.
Yeah, exactly. This is a story of a well-built house that needs a bit of modernization, but nothing too extensive. It seems to me like it's a kind of £6,000 renovation. as a general rule, it's probably a good idea to have carpets wherever you can. This will be a vinyl flooring, I expect.
Yeah, the bathroom is also nice. You don't need to touch it, basically.
They do have this dark grout, which
I just need to clean.
Doesn't really matter. Well, there's a bit of mold here on the bath.
Yeah, but nothing like expensive.
Yeah, it's
not. The doors look nice.
Yeah, and they look original as well. I think they are original.
But they're good, so.
It's just nice to see that the ventilation is decent in this room, so you don't have condensation everywhere.
And it's interesting, the smaller bedroom is not that small, so that's also good. I mean, it's small, it's 2 meters and 15 centimeters on 190, so.
One might overpaint this or steam this off, I'm not sure which.
Yeah, it needs to be natural colors for renting out.
This textured ceiling, I assume that they did this because they kind of wanted to hide the nastiness underneath. But I think with this, you would just have to get this wallpaper off, get that ceiling texture off, and then see what you have to do from there. But overall, the quality of the walls and the ceilings and so on are reasonable. It's nice to see the original doors. One might paint everything white.
And this is the master bedroom. And it looks nice.
The only thing is, if the flooring is in good condition, and it appears to be reasonably good, then you might leave it. But the problem with upstairs and floors is that if you have people thunking around, then you hear it downstairs. So there's a very good argument for just carpeting it and giving it more kind of thematic consistency, which I'd be inclined to do. So my inclination would be to take out the laminate flooring and just recarpet throughout. And you could see it's got some stains here. You might not be able to see through Skype, but if you look at the original video, you'll see. But
you can squeeze up that.
The hexagonal window here, don't see that. Again, these little features demonstrate that this is a property that's a little above average when it was built.
Yeah.
Little crack there. I'm not that concerned about it. I don't think it's a major issue because it's kind of inside the house. And from what we could see, there didn't appear to be any cracking on the outside of the house. You've got a lot of this going on, but this is just old ceilings. Now, I just want to have a quick look to see if I can see the exterior of the property. And if so, then that's good. It's just a decent high resolution picture is very helpful. And lots of cracks. It does need quite a lot of painting and decorating. And so in today's climate with tradespeople costing a fortune and all of that bad stuff, I would give it a minimum budget of £8,000. This would be inclusive of VAT, so this would cover any random issues you have with failing plaster or failing ceilings, getting rid of all this kind of stuff, clearing all of this, and painting and decorating throughout and recarpeting. So let's call it £6,500 exclusive of VAT, but likelihood is if you're dealing with a tradesperson that isn't VAT registered, fine. But if you are, then you have to assume about £8,000. All right, Martin, over to you.
Yeah, I will share my screen.
Thank you.
First, the floor plan is nice. And I wanted to set, this is the boiler, it's old and it changed. And I also wanted to point out this for the roof. This is like a one issue, but not really, it just needs to be redone.
I'm not too concerned about this because the thing with clay tiles are that they slot in. So if there's a broken clay tile or whatever, you can deal with it. If it's on a very, very steep surface, it kind of...
I was just worrying for this, but nothing issue, I think.
No, I don't think there's anything significant going on here.
No.
I think
the roof looks nice.
Yeah, and rooms that's moss, by the way, not tingles. And as I
So
say, with clay tiles, they're easy. You just take out the broken one, slot in a new one, which is one of the reasons I really like clay tiles.
yeah, so that's it. I want to say that that's good. The yard of build is between 37 76 meters square. EPC is D, but it can be B. That shows that when property can be B and it's old house, that means it's really good build. So what you need to do, I will just not spend time, like low lighting you need, the floor insulation, yes, and replace the boiler and you are ready to go to BC.
The point about the floor insulation is that if you really wanted to do that, now would be a good time.
Yeah.
Because the downstairs floor is bare boards. It's not a particularly good look. And for the front living room, I would carpet that anyway. So therefore you could rip up the boards, insulate underneath, and then just reinstate.
Yeah,
It's
as you
extra.
can see, yeah, they're parking the cars here. So you have a parking, your property, this property is here. As you can see, this property have huge extension that shows that people care about the properties.
Yeah.
And
The
as you can see,
with this one is
yeah,
the rear garden is small, and therefore it's difficult to do much
yeah,
with it.
yeah,
Could
but
get a extension.
yeah, you don't have to extend, but it's really nice. You don't. It's 3 bedrooms. It's nice size. So as you can see, the location is really nice. Like, expect that it's on the main road, but it's like climb, and it's not really close. It's not will. It will not be super, like super noisy. And also, it's opposite
That
of
opposite.
cemetery, but yeah.
It's a
So
strange looking cemetery.
yep.
There must be some. I wonder what faith that is. It's very odd. Mm. Interesting.
I will
Yeah.
analyze this and I will send you more details about it. It should
Oh, it doesn't
be
really matter, but it's just
North Manchester, like Jewish cemetery. So yeah, that's it. But it's really nice that you have a really close big supermarket and gas station where it's always cheaper, as you said, the gas station of Tesco.
yeah. The issue is that big road.
Yeah.
And you're very close to the motorway.
Yeah,
Is that
you
right?
have. Yeah, but the property is here, so you have really good access to the motorway, so that's always a plus.
It's just a lot of road noise and stuff around there.
But the property is here, so it's far away
Oh,
from
I see
them.
what you mean. I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Yes, okay. So it's still a lot of road noise, but it's not excessive. So that's
Yeah, just the cemetery, just because maybe that's an issue, because it's
well, it's an
opposite, but
issue
not.
if you're superstitious, but
Yeah, and you have schools around, you have green space, so which is really nice, and you're not far away for the Manchester. You have on the main road, you have buses, so that's always nice. So you're like 20-25 minutes from Manchester. There is no like mining issue around. No, there is no flood risk. Very low risk, so you don't need to be worried. EPC is nice. When you go to the Capital Grove, as you can see, it's nice. It's
okay.
grow up really.
So look at that. And yeah, now there's a couple of things that are curious about this. The numbers are distorted because there's been a lot, or there is a lot of social rented housing or local authority housing, as you might call it. And back in 2003 to 2008, there would have been a huge sell-off of those.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, and so that's really distorted a lot of the numbers around here.
All these parties, ex-social house and social house.
Yeah.
This other side of the cemetery.
So our
but this
house isn't ex-local authority at all.
No, it's not.
But the capital growth numbers were kind of affected by that. Could you open the screen again?
Yeah, because these houses are ex-social. This house here, all this neighborhood, but it's far away. So
if you go back, yeah, go to Gabbana. All right, and just looking at this, I would say that it. Could you click on the Demographics are reasonably okay.
Yeah, it's English area, so.
And what about the private rented? Yeah, not too much private rented. Okay, it's the capital growth numbers. Could you just zoom back out and
Yeah,
get that?
private on 16, so it's okay, still okay. It's renting out.
Right, okay. So there's a few things here. There isn't a great deal of churn in this area, but as I say, everything's a bit distorted because there's a lot of local authority housing around here. And
But all
the,
this area in the past, it grew
yeah,
up and didn't decline a lot because it's really close to Manchester. The houses are nice, so the capital growth will be really stable.
yeah, yes, although the number is a bit inflated because of the huge amount of local authority housing.
Yeah.
So it says 26%, I think it is, in the last 3 years. It's much more like
This is
15,
the
16.
yeah.
So it's not this rampant growth. It's just, like I say, it's people buying local authority property and then reselling them. So they buy the property at a discount, they then resell.
Yeah, I just want to say like this is similar property. They 175. They're asking. I had one similar as well. Once this hour. Because this property is what we're looking, 185, same type of house, but not on the
Better location.
yeah. So, but if you check the properties around, like they're selling like
Yeah. So
the area is really nice.
it's certainly a good renter, and
It
from
will rent 1,000 at
it's
least.
good. It's
Yeah,
just it's on a big road, and some people don't like that.
yeah. So I just want to set that because you need to purchase for 190, I think. So 1,000 by 1,987.
Yeah, they've got a cash offer for 1,500.
Yeah, so if you 10,000 renovation and let's say that's the maximum, but you will not spend that, and 190, so that will give you 6% of yield, which is really nice for this house. I
Yep.
think it's real. Or let's say if you don't rent it for 1,000, you rent it for 950, but it will rent.
And what are the renting comparables like around there?
It's depends. You have really different 130, this new build, 115, 1,000, 150, 1,000, 1,000. Look, this kind of house is renting for 1,000. So
it's
it
nice
will,
right there.
yeah.
I would say you should assume 950.
Yeah,
Just to be
but
conservative.
yeah, but 950 by 5.7% yield for semi-detached house in a good, not the best spot, but the good area, so close to Manchester. I think it's really nice.
Okay.
The only it have like a location issue, cemetery, main road, not really the parking. That's like issue, but
3 downers for it. Okay,
yeah,
let's score it, shall we?
yeah, I think it's worth 190 if you can take it.
Well,
It's not the best house, but it's not the.
All right. So condition, I give it a 3.5. It needs some work. It's not great.
No,
It's
but I know, but I think it's more than better than that, because
3.75.
Yeah.
Okay. Location is
3.
Wait, yeah. Area is
Good.
quite good.
4. Yeah, 4.
Yeah. Crime is
It's
good.
low.
Low. And demographics, well, nah.
3.8.
Yeah, we go 3.7.
Okay.
We go 3. Okay.
Yeah,
And capital growth, it's very strong,
Yeah.
but it's slightly deceptive because of all the distortion in the numbers. So I'm going to give it a 4 in capital growth. I mean,
it's
relative
nice.
to everywhere else in the UK.
Sell time, as you know, it's already have offers already, so it will sell. 4.
Yeah, it's got offers on it. Price, is it reasonably priced?
Yeah, I think it's good price.
Yeah. Rent time.
It will fly.
Okay. And yield.
Yield is really nice, 4.1, 4.2, because
Okay. And as you can see from the scoring, by the way, 4 is our like, yeah, that's nice. We're happy with that. Anything below 4, we're not happy. It's just kind of how it naturally works out. So it's slightly below average, and I think the score is pulled down by location, demographic, and condition. But it's still a relatively strong score. And
I like it.
Good.
If you can take it for 190, I like it, honestly.
Yeah, indeed. All right. Well, let us know what you want to do.
Yeah, and I want to add you that the offer need to be by 10 a.m. UK time. So
yes.
I know that this is fast, but it is what it is. So let us know if you want to offer.
Yes, and if you do, let me know so I can deal with this very first thing in the morning. Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.